And so they came, at a friend's behest.
Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. We're in Heavensward. And in Gridania here, we were able to rescue Ishtola from the ether current and bring her back into the world. And she's recuperating in an inn room right now. And we need to talk to Totaro and Alphino here and find out what's going on. But before we do that, because that's going to take us into another quest line, I want to run and spend some money. Now, when at some point during my playthrough, I earned a reward, and I can't remember which one. I'll have to look and see what I did to get this reward. It was either to invite a friend into the game, or I got it for some other reason from the game developer. And what it is some golden feathers, chocobo feathers. And I got 20 of them, and I'm going to go spend them. Generally, it's one of the first things I do if I start a new character, but for some reason I never did it with Roland. So let's go to the amphitheater, and we need to find a recompense or a calamity guy. And they're usually where the delivery moogle's at in each city. There's a recompense officer, and there's a calamity salvager. Let's talk to this guy. And this is a deal of spoils that we can spend. You go to this guy if you've lost some equipment that you had and you want to get it back, or you want to purchase equipment that you're eligible to purchase. Or you can exchange certificates of a certain kind, that kind of stuff. We're just interested in this right here. And we're going to the gold Chocobo Feather Exchange. There's also a silver Chocobo Feather Exchange. You can earn those for different things. In this case, I don't think I have any. I'm going to have to check. My other account does have some. Now, the other account got the silver ones because that's the account that I invited to come into the game. So let's see what I want to spend it on. I have 20 of them. I only brought 15 with me because I know exactly what I want. I want this Twintania Neuralink key, and it's 15 feathers. So we're going to buy that. And then we'll figure. I'll show you what that is. It's a mount. I can tell you that much. I could explain it to you, but it's better that you just see it. So let's see. Let's go out the Serpent Gate, or we'll go out this gate here. All right. So here's the mount. Let's find it here. Let's put it in here. Mount guide. Let's put that one right there. And then the one we just got should have a green dot on it. Oh, no, wait. We haven't actually accepted it yet. There it is right there. Let's use that. Hey! We got a Sid minion. I didn't notice that. A wind-up Sid. Let's get him, too, while we're getting stuff. And there was if you notice, if we go back into town, you'll notice there was a special event going on right now. I got this King card. It's a special Manderville event that's going on. I did it with each of my characters, but I want to take that while I'm thinking about it. Let's take a look at this now. In the mount guide, it should be right there, Twintania. It does have a movement with it. So let's take that and just drop it right in here for now. While we're in here, let's see, what do I have there? I've got that that I can have 2 people on. And then the drought kokobo I can have 2 people on. And then I've got this car that I can have 4 people on. Then I've got this lunar whale that I can carry, I think, 8 people. Yeah, I can carry 8 people on the whale. I don't even know 8 people, so. All right, let's check this out. It's going to be that right there. Oh, and then let's back off on that. That's pretty cool. Now, if we fly that, and if we hit his special move, that's what he does. He's pretty cool. All right, we've messed around enough. I should go and find out how Ishtola's doing. Let me move in a little closer to Roland here. Rain, rain, go away. Let's see. Got to go back to the inn. I feel bad. I made myself a cup of tea this morning at 6 o'clock. It is 1 minute to noon, and I'm just barely getting to my tea. That's how busy my morning's been. But I'm out of videos. I haven't recorded this game for a couple months now. I tend to do that. I tend to get ready, set everything up, and just record for like 10 hours, 8 hours, 6 hours. It depends. Usually it's over a weekend, so I'll record Saturday. I'll record, 4, 5 hours. Then Sunday I'll record another 4 or 5 hours. That gives me a ton of videos to work on or content to work on. And then I don't have to record for another month or 2. So, well, I'm at the end of my tether, so I've got to record. All right. Now, you notice I'm playing the Machinist today. It's one of my favorite things to play. And it's one of the jobs that I'm better at than some of the others. Let's talk to Taro. Oh, sniff, sniff. Oh, Stola. Just seeing her face again. It's... I've been so worried. She has been missing quite some time. If you remember, when we had the event at Ulda and Raban lost his arm in a fight, we had to escape for our lives, and we scattered to the winds, and half of us didn't make it. We now have Astola back, but we don't know what happened to Thancred. Thancred was with her. We don't know what happened to him. We lost Ida and Papalimo. We don't know what happened to them. And who else? Well, anyway, we lost a lot of our people. We don't know what happened to them. And we finally got Astola back. Tataru's surprised. Tataru needs you to fetch a few items for a crafting endeavor. Stola is resting within an inn room, though she's still unconscious. The signs are positive. The conjurers say she's in sound health and should awaken before too long. Isn't that wonderful? Now, while we wait for Stola to wake up, I thought I'd take the opportunity to finish my little surprise for her. It's something I've been working on for quite a while now, in the hope that maybe someday she'd return to us. It wants for just a couple more items before it's ready. I've already placed orders for these items. Could you go get them for me? One is with the Leatherworker Guild, and another is with the Conjurers Guild. Speak with Mistress Geva and Brother Isuma, and they ought to take care of you. So, I don't know if you remember in the last episode when we rescued Ishtola from the ether current that she was lost in. She was naked. So that means she has no clothes, and she doesn't have the weapon that she had when she went into that ether. So it looks like Totaro wants to replace those things for her. Let's see, we need to go to leather workers, which is here. So I need to apologize for changing jobs all the time. I mean, I can't even remember what Roland started as. But I've been playing Bard. I've been playing, Machinist. It's just kind of fun for me to switch around jobs. It's still the same character. What is it? I am a busy woman, so be quick about it. If you wish to place an order, speak with Randall. Here to receive an order? For Mistress Totaro, you say? Well, you come at a good time. I finished it just minutes ago. It was no small coup working it to her specifications, but I did it nonetheless. Payment has already been settled. However did that girl come by chimerical hide anyway? You need either balls of steel or bottomless coin purse, and it seemed to me she had neither. All right, got that. I have no idea what she's talking about. I'm no crafter. It must be some kind of crafting material that's rare to get. But Totaro would know. She hangs out in taverns all the time. She hears about everything. My tea's not very hot. It's still warm. I keep it on a warmer. But there is a difference between warm and hot. Now, to be honest with you, because I lie to you all the time, I don't really care for real hot stuff. I'm not a coffee drinker. I've never been a coffee drinker. So I'm not used to drinking really hot stuff. So I'm perfectly fine with it being warm enough, but not terribly hot enough to burn my tongue. I don't know how some of these people do it when they go to McDonald's and they get that coffee that's hot enough to scald them. It's boiling. They hand you a cup and you can feel it boiling in there. And they're drinking that stuff. What is their tongue made out of? How do they have any taste buds left? Greetings, Roland. I trust you have been well. Is there aught you require of me? Oh, yes, Mistress Totaro's order. As requested, it has been sanctified in the sight of the elementals. I know not what she intends for the staff, but it is most singular artifact. Even one possessed of my experience would struggle to wield it. Well, don't worry. Istola's pretty powerful. Alrighty. Let's take these back and see what happens. Do you guys see this gun he's carrying? Looks like a grenade launcher. It's just huge. Look at that. Look at that monster. God. All right, so back to the inn. Yeah, this outfit I'm wearing, including the weapon, I got from the binding coil of Bahamut, which takes some time. I soloed it with one of my higher level characters, but even then it takes some time. Normally you go in with a group of 8 people. Is it 8 or 4? I can't remember. I think it's 8. And there are, let's see, I can't remember. There's either, there's like 14 or 15 levels that you have to go through to finally get the armor that I'm wearing and the weapon. But it's free. It just takes time. Whoops. I didn't mean to talk to Alphino. The Seed Seers are gracious souls. It gives me heart to know that they are out there and allies and all that kind of good stuff. All right, Totaro. Got that stuff for you. Oh, you're back. You have items, I hope. I sure do. And you can have them. Yes, and take them with you. Oh, it's precisely as I requested. A perfect match for other pieces. Truly, Giva is master among masters. And the staff completes the surprise. Thank you so much, Roland. I can't wait to see what Estola thinks of my surprise. Lest you wonder, she's doing very well, and the conjurers have left her in her sister's care. Let's go and pay them a visit, shall we? Uh-oh, look at her eyes.
Stola! I'm so glad you're back!
Something's wrong.
Tataru.
Wouldn't you want to pet those guys all the time? That actually
You are
happens in the
safe.
game.
Thank the 12.
Me? You're the one that we worried about. You shouldn't worry about me. I'm nobody.
Something has changed about you, Alphino. Or mayhap the change is with me. I seem to sense the ether around me more keenly than before.
Okay, there's a clue for you right there.
I am pleased to see you well again. Do you feel strong enough to talk?
Well, she is talking, Alpha. No, come on, open your eyes. Or in your ears.
Worry not. I am well enough.
Poor sister. She's a little miffed that Estola would do such a dangerous thing.
Tell us then, what befell you after you fled the feast? We were told that there had been a tunnel collapse.
That was my doing. I brought the tunnel down that you and Minfidia might escape. At the last moment, I invoked a teleportation magic, in hopes of spiriting Thancred away at least. Needless to say, it did not go quite as planned, and I found myself adrift in the life stream. The others? Where are they? Did they not escape?
They remain unaccounted for. You are the only one we have been able to find.
Yeah, pretty sad affair.
I am truly sorry. It was the Crystal Braves who pursued you that day. My hubris that led to our undoing.
Oh, come on. We've been through this, you crybaby. Yeah, you have to remember, though, he's only, I think, 16 years old at this point in time.
No apologies are necessary, Alphino. You are not to blame for what occurred. Know that were our comrades here, they would commend you for keeping the light of hope alive.
Don't worry. The others are alive and well, I'm sure of it. We just need to find them.
Don't make promises
Indeed,
you can't keep.
Tataru. Let us find our friends and rebuild the Scions.
Ha! There is the Alphino I remember. And I feel much the better for his return. 'Tis time I arose.
That reminds me. I have a change of clothes for you. I don't like to boast, but I made them myself. I learned how to weave while we're in Ishgard, you see.
Was Alphino not going to leave? But I want to see her change. Of course you do. You're 16 years old, you little pervert. It's good to have Roland's blue eyes back. Kit had purple eyes. Didn't quite look right. Don't cry again. You little snot nose, you. Yeah, when you play characters like Tataru, people will come up and pat your head in the game. and go, ooh, you're so cute.
Tataru has apprised me of all that took place in the aftermath of the assassination plot. It would seem I have been away for some while.
Yeah, we didn't even know where to look. We had no idea.
Yes, much and more happened during your absence. At present, we seek to follow the Archbishop to Azisla.
Now, notice she's got a new weapon, and Pippin had her old weapon. He found it. That's where we had the clue where she was. Anyway, I don't think she ever gets it back.
And you want for some manner of etheric ram to pierce the floating isle's protective barrier?
Yeah, how'd you know?
We do. Might you be able to furnish us with one?
A means to prise open a hole in an Alagarn barrier. And one large enough to admit an airship, no less. But I know of one who could.
Oh, is it anybody we know?
A leading figure in the field of etheric research, and one of the finest scholars ever to grace Sharlayan. Matoya, my former master.
Nasty old woman. Okay. And pray tell, where do we find her? Seems like an adventure to me. Now, here's the thing about Ishtola. You notice nobody mentioned anything about her eyes. And she didn't give us any information either. And so at this point, we absolutely know nothing. As a matter of fact, if you hadn't noticed that her eyes were odd, you wouldn't even know there's anything wrong with her. But there is. Onwards to Sharlayan. Y'shtola wishes to tell you more about her former master, Matoya. Now, if you look down below me here in this box, you'll see Y'shtola, how it's spelled. It's a Y with an apostrophe and then Y'shtola. The Miqo'ts naming patterns, that Y means something, and I can't remember what. I looked it up one time, but I don't remember what it means. But her actual name is Y'shtola. When I created my character of her, which I have a character that's identical to her, including the clothes and the weapon, and I was not allowed to name her real name, so I had to drop the Y off. I just named her Y'shtola because that's her name. I've had to do that with several characters that I've made. In my youth, I had the honor of studying under Matoya. In the field of etheric research, she was without rival. I've no doubt that her knowledge will be of aid to our cause. The only question is, will she share it with us? Anyway, my master has ever been willful. The gods forbid anyone disagree with her. When the Garlean Empire first marched upon Erosia some 15 years ago, the denizens of Sharlayan were summoned back to the motherland. However, Matoya refused to join the exodus. To this day, she lives as a hermit on the fringes of the abandoned city. So it is the dwarven hinterlands that we must go, to the place of my birth. Though Alize and I were born in Sharlayan, our days there were short. We remained only until the Exodus, and I have not returned since. Oh, so it's to be a homecoming then. As fine a reason as any to go to Sharlayan, and it would afford us the opportunity to pay my master a visit. I believe you have mistaken our primary objective, Y'shtola. At any rate, the journey will take us through largely unknown territory. Let's first return to Ishgard and make our preparations. Yeah, and who died and made you boss, you little booger? See, it's kind of weird having Alphino because he thinks he's the leader of everything. He's the boss of me, and he's, the only problem is he's saying exactly what we have to do. So it's hard to argue with him. It's like saying somebody saying something and then somebody says it too, And then you say, yeah, that's just what I said. You know, just because they didn't say it, it doesn't matter. So when they say it matters, even though it's already been said. It's hard to explain, but it's hard to come back at him because he's just stating the facts. You know. So anyway, speak with Alphino at the Ethereal Plaza in Ishgard. So we got to go back to Ishgard. I don't think there's anything else I need to do here. I got my mount. Okay, let's just head back. We got to go back to Ishgard. So we're heading to Foundation. And what's that costing me? Just an Aetherite ticket. All right. Even to this day, I have a hard time saying Aetherite. I mean, if you look at it, there's an A. An AE normally is A. Like, hey. But in this case, it's Aetherite. So, what? Oh, okay. Speak with Alphino at the Aetherite Plaza. Okay, he's right here then, if we can find him. There he is. Hey, I sound Canadian now. Nah, they don't say A like that. Fonzie said A like that. The Canadian is just A. It's a good day. It's not quite the same. Charlian is situated in the Dravurian hinterlands. To get there, we must strike west and traverse the breadth of the Dravurian forelands. Make no mistake, it will be a grueling journey. The party shall be comprised of Roland, Stola, and myself. Tataru, pray remain in Ishgard and continue the search for our missing friends. Yes, sir, and drink all the grog you can, you little lush. First, let's make for Tailfeather. Okay, now, before I go to Tailfeather, let me show you something here. I just did this morning with all my characters. Well, it took all morning. If you look at your currency, you have hunt seals here. The first allied seal comes from your company, whichever company you're in. I'm in with the Flames in Ul'dah, but if you're in Limsa Leminzi or Gridania, you'd be with the other companies. So whichever one, they have a way for you to earn seals by doing hunts of monsters. And the elite one is 100 each time you do it. So I did one this morning, and I've got 100 seals to spend. That's how you can go and spend and buy ether tickets. This one is Centurio seals. That starts when you come here. And you can earn, again, the elite 100 tickets or seals per week. It's a weekly thing. So once you do it, you have to wait till Tuesday morning before you can do it again. So you just go to the Forgotten Night. I did this morning. I went to Ul'dah and I hunted and found the thing and got 100. That's what you saw. Here, we can't do the hunt yet because I'm not high enough level. The only hunts I can do here are level 1 and level 2. I haven't earned the right to do level 3 yet, and then the fourth one is the elite one that you get once a week. Now, the normal ones, you don't get very much reward. I usually don't do them. You get 1,000 gil if you're interested in gil, but you only get 3 seals, where if we do the elite one, we get 100 seals, I think it is. And then, once you earn those seals, you can come down here and trade with this feller right here for seals. And so you can see that 5 seals will give me an Aetherite ticket. And so let's see, if I had 100, what would that be? 20? Can't remember. Anyway, I don't do math anymore. This is my memory's not good enough to do math anymore. But the reason I'm telling you that this is how you get Aetherite tickets is because they're not unlimited. And so if we look at my inventory, I only have 33 tickets. And so once a week I have to do those to earn those, and so that I can buy more Ether tickets. And again, the reason I'm mentioning that, since I only have 33, I don't want to use them jumping all over the map, which means I have to go there manually if I don't want to use a ticket, or I could pay for a ticket, which I don't want to do. Money's, you can get money for doing a lot of different things, but it's still, a rare, thing. So don't spend all your money on frivolous things like Aetheryte tickets when you can fly someplace. All right, we're going to go to Skysteel. Going to go out the gate here to Falcon's Nest, and I can run. At this point, we can walk out this gate. We used to have to take a Uber, an Uber Chocobo to get here, but we can get here. See, there's the Chocobo Keep down there. So we're gonna fly here to this place we need to go. I don't think we've been there yet. I can't remember. And you say, why can't you remember whether you've been to Ishgard or not? And well, not Ishgard, it's Iredale. No. What is it? Iredale? Idleware. I can't remember. Idleshire. That's what it is. I haven't been to Idleshire, I don't think. Now, I play this game every day. Why can't you remember whether you've been there? I've got 24 characters I'm playing. Some of them have been there, and some of them haven't. So I'd have to write it down to say, okay, has this character been to Idleshire yet? Yes, there's a check mark by his name. No, I don't do that kind of bookkeeping. Okay, there should be a cave entrance here, right there. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. So you get to see a little bit of country because I'm too cheap to use a ticket. Oh, I can't use it because it's not open yet. We got to go the long way. Oh, no. Got to go the long way. All right, let me get up high where you can see the country. It's not always a nice day. Sometimes it's blizzarding and you can't see your hand in front of your face, but it's a nice day today. So let's take a look at the land here. Just take it in. Take it in. And remember, a lot of this stuff are pieces of dragon. See that? This is a dead dragon here. That whole thing right there in front of us is a dead, well, if I can fly straight. That thing right in front of us there is a dead dragon. They're all over the place. You just, they're just part of the woodwork. Twin pools. There's another one over there. Well, in your case, it'd be over there. This camera's always backwards. I can fix that, actually. I can take my camera and flip it 180 degrees. But if I do that, that opens up other problems. So I just leave it the way it is. The way I have it situated now, if I'm playing the game, you can see where my eyes are going. And there's the camera up there, but I've got it running over here too. It's crazy. All right, we're looking for Tail Feather, which is straight ahead of us here. And there's our people. A long soak in the live stream, followed by a long journey. I would not recommend it to anyone. But rest assured, my strength is returning to me. I shall be back to my former self ere long. Right, a great nation. Stola is ready to press on westward to the Dravorian hinterlands. I believe I am sufficiently rested. Let's continue west to Sharlayan. Once we descend the mountain path, we will arrive at the Dravorian hinterlands. From there, it's but a short distance to the city. Be warned that we shall be passing through Gnath territory. We must needs be wary of them, and the dragons both. Actually, we can fly. Where are we going? Where are we going? We're going that way. This reminds me, we were playing Final Fantasy XI one time, and I was with a group of people. They were all people I knew in real life. Friends playing, some of my son's friends, some of my friends. And as in this game, you can travel on animal back mounts of some kind. Now, the only difference is you had to rent them in that game at a certain point. We had one of our friends, we were going to do a dungeon type thing, a battle, and we were waiting for this guy to join us. Because back in that game, you had to go to where the battle was. You couldn't teleport. Well, you could if you had the means to do so. But anyway, we're saying, Tim, where are you? We're waiting. We've been waiting for 15 minutes. Where are you getting close to being here yet? I'm almost there. I said, what's taking so long? Well, it's a long ways to run. Why didn't you get a mount like we did? Oh, I forgot. I only said that because I just now forgot that I could fly. All right, this is the hinterlands. Now, this is the original Sharlayan. It's a ruin now. And they have a new city, so there was an exodus that they're talking about.
To the Thaliac River, where to the melted snows of Abelathia's spine eventually find their way by means of 1,000 silver streams. Whose waters have long nourished the Dravanian hinterlands, and so provided for a settlement of learned souls from across the northern seas. To the city of Sharlayan, that great seat of knowledge now abandoned by her keepers, they came.
Now, you see, there are some ruins, but most of the buildings are intact. It's just they're inhabited by other things now. Why waste a perfectly fine building just because it doesn't belong to you? Ishtola. Batoya dwells on the far side of the river. Let us search for a crossing, okay? It's a pretty city, but it's getting kind of run down now. All right, now I can't fly here because I don't have the ability. This is our first time here, so I'm gonna have to earn the right to fly here. But we can ride. Oh, saying that, and immediately we've got a current. Oh, crud. Oh, attack me and run away, you chicken. Okay, I pulled my Kokobo up, but if you notice it's on fighting. Look up in the corner up there and you'll see a little red Kokobo. That means he's in fighting mode, so I want to turn him to healing mode. I can fight for myself. I need somebody to heal me when I get hurt. Yeah, I don't want to fight anything. Just Run away! Run away! There's some interesting beasts around this place. There's a beast that looks like King Kong that hangs out around here. You can actually get a big ape mount doing something. I can't remember. I think I got mine for crafting, but I don't remember. Those little guys, those goblins have taken over a lot of the buildings around here. There are some good and some not so friendly. These are, I think, are not so friendly. You can always tell when we haven't been to a place. There's a fog in the map. So as we explore the map, it will open up. I don't get away from that guy. $147 to the west. That means there's another ether. There it is. Now that little compass in my see that little compass there? If I do that, it tells me where the etherite currents are. I can't remember if I've told you that before. I'm in a funny mood today. I'm in a good mood, and I'm in a talkative mood. I'm in a this is how you do it mood. I've often had people say to me, you know, why do you do that? We already know. And I said, well, there's new people that watch all the time, and they may be people who've never seen this game before, so they wouldn't know. That's why I do it, for their benefit. All right, so we got that one. We'll come back and talk to these guys later. Let me check. If we go over to travel and look, okay, we're in the hinterland, so we're right here, and you'll see the red diamonds and the black diamonds. The black diamonds are the ether currents, and I've got 2 out of 4, so I only need 2 more. The red ones are ether currents that you get from doing a quest, and you can see we've got twice as many of those to do. And this is actually dumbed down, because when you first got this expansion, you had twice that many to find, and they were scattered all over the place, not easily seen. And since they're trying to speed up the game for people that are just trying to level, they've put the ether currents right in your face as you're going the route that you're supposed to go. You don't have to go hunting for them. It's right there in front of you. Hi, guys. Keep up. I'm going to drive myself there. They magically just show up. I don't have to worry about them. Let's see where another one is. To the west. That's probably across the way. I don't think it's here. We're going to that building up on the hill there. It's actually a little city. That's the barrier wall. Idleshire. That's the place. Shining city on the hill. They're walking very slow again. They like to walk slow in this game. They walk cool, but slow. I don't know what that says. Shining city on a hill. Knowledge seeks no man. So says the motto of Charlene's engraved upon yonder stone. The meaning's simple enough. It falls to us to seek enlightenment. During the 6th Astral Era, at the turn of the 13th century, men from the northern nation of Sharlayan journeyed across the seas to Erosia in search of knowledge. Upon arriving at these shores, they established a camp for their scholarly endeavors. Over time, this camp grew into a settlement, and the settlement prospered, and so much so that it came to be counted amongst Erosia's greatest cities. Alas, those glory days are now but fading memory. With her keepers lost to her, Sharlayan has become an empty husk of her former self. Pushka! Uplander is mistaken. Sharlayan has new keepers. Is one who is on cusp of new age glory. Goblins. These are friendly goblins. No need to worry. No. Settle down. They're friendly. Goblins? Here to plunder the city? Gasp. Uplander's mistaken. Muchly. We're not thieves. This place is our home. Your home? When last I looked, it was mine and Alphino's. We were born here. Psst. When Uplanders abandon a city, Uplanders give up their claim. Born here or no, Uplanders are trespassers. Finders keepers, I guess, eh? Oh, settle down, settle down. My friends, please. We'd not come to dispute your claim on this land. Our purpose here is peaceful, and we desire but to cross a river. Be calm, I beg you. Let us speak like the civilized folk that we are. Surely we can come to a mutual understanding. Okay, we got some jobs for you to do, and then we'll let you go. That's usually the way it works. Pshk. If that's the truth, then Uplanders are welcome here. Come with Slowfix. Slowfix will show Uplanders settlement. Walking very slowly, all of us. Walk this way. Okay. Well, this is a very good place to take a break. So I'm going to end the episode here, and when we come back, we will go in and explore a little bit. I'm pretty sure they got a few things for us to do once we get in there. In the meantime, take care of yourselves, take care of your families, and I'll see you next time. Ta-ta for now.